Happy Sunday and welcome to Unity of Sacramento Live. I'm your host, Reverend Kevin Ross. My friends call me Rev Kev, and so can you. We are on a mission here to inspire and empower everyday people to design and live lives of purpose, passion, peace, and prosperity. And we do this by having a powerful vision for a world that works for all of us. Our vision simply says, centered in God, we co-create a world of peace, prosperity, and unconditional love for all. And so we welcome you into this conversation of beloved community. And right away, I wanted to ask you to like, share, tag, and subscribe. Like, share, tag, and subscribe. And set your notifications so that you can get our alerts each week so that we can begin spreading this world vision that works for everyone. We know here at Unity of Sacramento that social distancing does not have to mean spiritual disconnection. And so, if you have a cell phone, if you have a tablet, if you have a laptop, if you have an internet connection, you have your connection to the beloved community. We are your online connection to the beloved community. And so we are so thrilled that you are with us this week. It's going to be another powerful service. We're basking in the afterglow of last Sunday's Easter service, and we're going to be sharing some of what we've heard from you. But like always, we'd like to begin our service with some powerful music that is guaranteed to stir your soul, to activate your spirit, and to get your Sunday started right. So stay tuned and watch this. We'll be right back.
I want to be more like you. Let me hear you say,
I want to be more like you.
I want to be more like you. Let me hear you say,
I want to be more like you.
I want to be more like you, yeah.
I want to be more like you.
I want to be more like you, yeah.
I want to be more like you.
I want to pray more like you. Let me hear you say,
I want to pray more like you.
oh, I want to pray more like you. Let me hear you say,
I want to pray more like you.
oh, I want to pray more like you, yeah.
I want to pray more like you.
Oh, I want to pray more like you, yeah.
I want to pray more like you.
Everybody say, I want to love more like you. Let me hear you say,
I want to love more like you.
oh, I want to love more like you. Let me hear you say,
I want to love more like you.
oh, I want to love more like you.
I want to love more like you.
Oh, I want to love more like you, yeah.
I want to love more like you.
Help me say,
I know, like you, your soul has been touched. As always, when our expressions of unity take the stage, they always take our breath away because the Spirit of God moves through them as they minister to us in song. We're so privileged and blessed to have such a magnificent ensemble of vocalists and artists under the direction of the Reverend Charles Cooper Jr. We're blessed with that. And we are also excited to continue to reflect back to you some of the ways in which you're being enriched and inspired as you move through this season called COVID-19. Many of you have been sharing with us your Facebook memes, your inspirational readings and insights, and we have one that we think would be very special for this week's edition of UOS Live. It was sent in by Jonathan Teague. Watch what happens when a father and daughter come together in song. Oh, I know this is going to touch your soul like it did mine. Watch this. We'll be right back.
Pray you'll be ours and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
I pray we'll find your love.
I pray we'll find your love
And hold it in our hearts.
and hold it in our hearts.
When stars go out each night.
When stars go out each night,
Remind us where you are. Let this be our prayer.
let this be our prayer.
When shadows fill our day.
Let shadows fill our day.
Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask that life be kind and watch us from afar. We hope each soul will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer, just like every child.
Just like every child
Needs to find a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. Needs to find a place, guide us with
praise. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
How beautiful it is to witness what happens when two loving souls come together and find a way to express themselves creatively during this crisis. And I know I was moved by their coming together. We want to hear more from you. Take the time to share with us what's been inspiring you, what's been helping you to keep on keeping on and moving through. If you have a meme or a video or a quote or something inspiring that everyone would benefit by, take a moment to write to me at office@unityofsacramento.com. office@unityofsacramento.com for an opportunity to have your inspiring meme, video, writing. And that inspiring meme can be funny, it can be challenging, whatever it is, but something that will support us with keeping on. Yeah? Send it to us at office@unityofsacramento.com, and perhaps we will be sharing it in a future episode of Unity of Sacramento Live. And I'll take a moment to prepare yourselves for this week's time of contemplation and the spoken word. And I want to give you a passage to reflect on as we look together at the topic, emerge and see. Emerge and see. John 20:17. John 20:17. Jesus said, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." I know, like most of you, I am still in the afterglow of last week's resurrection experience. I'm in the afterglow of taking and making the most of my tomb time. We talked about this process of crucifixion, tomb time, resurrection. And this week we are at the front end of what's called the ascension. That this entire journey that we move through with the master teacher takes us through the various stages of his unfoldment on 3 levels. His mastery over the physical domain, his mastery over the mental and emotional domain, and then his mastery over the spiritual domain. And we as students, as chelas, as disciples, as those that follow in the teachings and in the way of the master, we are seeking also to do the same. And so we meet him this time as the tomb had been emptied. There was no sign of him in the tomb. He had emerged from the tomb. He was not there. And people were disturbed as to, well, what happened to his physical body? And eventually he would encounter Mary, his mother, who at first did not recognize him And in his encounter with her, he identified himself and he gave her that instruction to go and tell the disciples that I am ascending. Oh man, everything in me just to hold this back, just to hold the thrill of the insight that comes to me as I listen to those words again. Go tell everybody. Go tell everybody. Don't touch me. Don't cling on to me. Don't come after me right now, for I am ascending. Crucifixion, remember, is the crossing out of my attachment to those things in the horizontal earthly dimension, having mastery over the sensorium, my five senses, and anything on the horizontal plane, and crossing over into my divine nature, so that there is a convergence. There is a convergence of my physical and emotional self with my spiritual self, hence the cross. Crossing out, crossing over. Crossing out, crossing over. Crucifixion. Tomb time. Tomb time, we talked about it being a process of being in the place and the space of incubation. And in that incubator, I am allowing something to happen in me that's unprecedented. And I said that I'm going to move myself through a process of forgiving myself for all the ways that I've fallen short. I'm going to forgive others for all the ways that they have fallen short with me. And then I am going to pray. I'm going to take time to allow myself to go vertical, so that the presence can guide me to lay aside the grave clothes, so that the stone of bitterness and guilt and shame can be rolled away. And after that stone is rolled away, after you are free to move forward from the tomb as a new being, you are still in process. And so don't rush out of the tomb. Give yourself the opportunity to ascend. To ascend. For most of us, resurrection is just a comeback. We come back, resuscitate, to have breath back into the self, to regain a sense of my ability to move forward. And we've all had those comebacks in life. But you can come back without any direction. You can come back and operate in the same pattern. You can come back and find yourself as lost as you was before, just as you were before, just because you have resurrected. It does not mean you need to do so without guidance, without haste. And so the idea is that then you move to the next stage, and that is to ascend. To ascend. Now, this invitation to ascend is to recognize that right where you are, right where I am, right where we are in this shelter-in-place order, that we are moving through a process of reinvention, of self-reinvention. We have the possibility to change everything and make it new and more exciting and functioning at a higher level. Rev Kev, you know what? I don't know what to do with myself. I'm bored. I've done every crossword puzzle in the world. I'm stressed out because they keep announcing how many people have not lived. and more are dying each day. I'm stressed. I'm frustrated because I can't do the things that I always like to do. And so I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to go and do something. And I relate to that and I understand that. But I want to tell you a little story about my mother baking a cake that might help to help you to relate to this process of ascension and emergence. There was a time when I was in Chicago and my mom decided that day she was going to bake a cake. And so she whipped up the batter and put it in, it was a pound cake, put it in that round cake pan, floured it up and all that, preset the oven, and she put it in. But then company came over. People came over and they could smell the cake in the environment, cooking. And they kept saying, my mother's name is Jan. They said, Jan, go check on that cake. And without her permission, they would go and open the oven and close it. And the next one would, go and open the oven and close it. And before my mother could operate through her own process to check on something that she had started, she had allowed, or others had invaded to the extent that by the time my mother decided to go and remove the cake, you know what happened? It deflated. It never ascended. It never fully rose. And this process that we are moving through right now, beloveds, is like being in that oven. That we're being prepared for some great and important work. And in order for us to take full advantage, though I'm beginning to see some of the benefits of it, right? I'm beginning to smell that something is cooking and it's good. I have to watch from allowing the temptations that show up in my thoughts that cause me to prematurely exit the tomb. To prematurely exit. Though I feel as if I've resurrected, have I ascended? What is ascension? Ascension is being able to function as a spiritual alchemist, where you have overcome the physical demands and temptations, the mental and emotional demands of life. And now you can take those things and spiritualize them automatically. You can see a thing and move it into its spiritual meaning for your life. So I'm operating with a close connection to the presence. I can take an emergency and move it through my spiritual eyes and see that as an opportunity to emerge and see. Emergency through my spiritual eyes, I see it as an opportunity to emerge and see. What am I looking to see? When I am functioning in the place of ascension, I know that I am looking through my spiritual eyes and not through my fear-based eyes. I'm looking through my spiritual eyes and not through my physical eyes. Here's the mystery. You ready for this? Because some of us consider ourselves spiritual beings, and I know that you are, but I say that there's even more dimensions. In my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, there ye may be also. That there are many dimensions, multiple dimensions of your spiritual growth and possibilities. You are on step number 1. Ascension is your recognition that there are levels above levels above levels above levels at which you can operate spiritually. And just because you can manifest a parking space, and that's good, you still have some ways to go. And so I want you to think for a moment. Where am I in this process? Where am I in the process? Am I at the physical? Am I only operating at the physical? Have I mastered that? Am I at the mental and emotional, that I'm driven by the demands of my emotions? You know, if I feel a certain way, then I go with the feeling, not guided by any principle, nothing higher. Got it? And so Jesus is found outside of the tomb, and he is accosted by people that he knows who love him, and they're ready to cling on to him. And he says in one version, it says, "Touch me not." I cannot be tempted to reattach myself at the level of the physical, at the level of the emotions. I can't reconnect to that. You know how many of us move forward in our lives and then see somebody from our past? Hello, come on, stay awake this morning. See somebody from our past, and we're not finished with our process, and we fall back because we had not fully emerged. And we find ourselves right back in a pattern where we have to go back through the process: crucifixion, tomb time, resurrection, ascension. I want to live from the place where I can see through spiritual eyes. So ask yourself this week, what's trying to emerge through me? What new version, what higher version of myself is seeking to break through? And then embrace it. How do I embrace it? Number one, wake up each day with a purpose to ascend. I intend to ascend. I intend to ascend. It's a part of your tomb time agenda, not coming out until I've come up. Have an intention, a clear intention. Intend to ascend. That's number one. Number two, succeed at being consistent. Succeed at being consistent. It's so important that not only you have a clear intention to ascend, but you have a pattern towards which you operate in that ascension process. There should be something that you're doing on a consistent basis every day that's developing you. So, are you journaling? Are you reading? Are you meditating? What specifically are you doing? Are you taking a walk? Be consistent at that. And part three, number three, pace yourself. Pace yourself. In this ascension process, it is necessary for you to determine your own readiness. Let's not be reactive and rushing because of the demands of the emotions or the physical self. Raise it up to what the Spirit is saying to you. Oh no, I'm not ready yet. I'm not quite ready yet. I'm waiting for the Spirit. And you will know when you've heard from the Spirit because you will feel that moving you from within. So intend to ascend. Plan to succeed by being consistent. Be consistent on a daily basis at being successful. And that simply means to have an established practice. Because otherwise, guess what you're going to do? You're going to walk around, and some of you tell the truth, you're going to walk around and you're going to eat something. You're going to watch some mindless TV. You're just moving mindlessly, unguided. So I want us to have a consistent routine every day that is ascension bound, that's more and more causing you to see through your spiritual eyes. And then 3, pace yourself. Pace yourself. And a few simple disciplines, listen, beloved, a few simple disciplines practiced every day will get you there. You will know when you are ready because the cake will have risen and cooled and is ready to be cut and served. Your buttons won't be able to be pushed because you will have cut the wires to those buttons. And you will be embodying your highest values and ideals. We move from crucifixion, tomb time, resurrection, and now we are ascending. And so let's take this in a time of contemplation and stillness, and just take some moments to feel and sense ourselves going vertical. Touch me not, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. Go and tell my brothers that I am ascending. This is the affirmation today. I am ascending. See this for yourself. I am ascending. I am ascending. I am ascending. I am ascending. Know this for a moment. Hold it in the sacred silence. And see yourself emerging and seeing the presence that sent you in the silence. This is your day of ascension. I am ascending. I am ascending. You are ascending. Right here, right now. And so it is. It cannot be otherwise. And we rejoice because of it. Amen. Namaste. And welcome to another edition of Unity of Sacramento News Live, where we have news you can use. And I'm sitting here with my main man, 1,000 grand, Reverend Eric Donaldson. We call him Revy. How you doing, Revy?
Doing fantastic. Good to see you, Rev.
I am great, and I'm sitting here in the afterglow of a fantastic resurrection experience that we share together.
What an amazing Sunday it was.
We were blessed to have over 1,000 of you tuning in from all around the world. We're so grateful that you like, tag, share it, and subscribed, and set your alerts so that people could come watch parties. It was amazing, and I appreciate everybody going and seeing the replay. It was fantastic, yeah?
Yes, it was.
And we have a big thank you and a shout out to our Angel Response team who helped make Easter extra special by allowing us to get some Easter care baskets out into the community, especially to our little ones. Watch this little video from little Michaela. Look at Michaela in her Easter bunny ears.
Hi, Rev Kev. Thank you for my Easter baskets. Happy Easter.
We love you, Michaela.
Happy Easter, Michaela.
And our Angel Response team was also here for our Easter drive-through experience. That's when some of you came by the spiritual community to pick up your Easter care baskets, adults and children. And here's Cherie and her grandson. Look at them passing by with their how excited they are to receive. Yeah.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Easter, Unity of Sacramento. Thank you so much, angels. You got an Easter basket, didn't you?
Those
I
are our
will.
little ones. We love you. It was so exciting just to see the ways in which we are finding to get our arms around our community.
Yes, the drive-through was a divine idea. It was still safe.
Yes.
But it did give us an opportunity to put our eyes on our beloved community.
Yes, and that we didn't stop there. We were able to take Easter care packages out to some of those essential workers. And thanks to our Angel Response team working with us, we were able to take out N95 masks to some of our Angel Response, some of our essential workers. And here's a shot of that. And so big thank you. Come on, let's give some hearts and thumbs up to our Angel Response team members who are with us and working hard. Hearts and thumbs up for you. Thank you so much for all that you do. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. You have been on the front lines with us. Well, we have some other exciting things. Let's talk a little bit about your class and what that was like. Tell us a little bit about your class, what it is, and then what that experience was like that you just had.
Well, you mentioned the high from Easter, and
Right.
and the very next day we had our prayer class, and it just took it to another level. That's all it did. We had about 16, 17 people in the class
And
on
this
the
is
video.
online.
This is online video conferencing, and it was well. Take a look yourself. There it is, right on the screen. There we are, and it was just amazing. Look at that.
And so what is to tell people, for those that, do we have one more shot for people to get in?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so
you-
tell
you
them
do
what the
have-
class is and the importance of jumping in.
Well, it's simply called unleashing the power of affirmative prayer. How to do it when it matters most. And you do have time to register, but only until midnight tonight. And then we have to move forward. I'm so grateful that we have an opportunity, another way of bringing our beloved community together, especially in prayer.
So they can register how?
You can register by going to www.unityofsacramento.com and just look for the banner. It's the first thing that you see on the page. Click on it. It will take you to our landing page where you'll have all the information you need to register.
We look forward to seeing that class grow and for people learning how to take the panic out of prayer. I think
Yes.
that's so important that you're doing this with this class. You know, speaking of prayer, just the other day, one of our beloved members, Shonda Moore, she reported out. Now, Shonda and her husband, Kyrie Malik Moore, Shonda Moore and Kyrie Malik, they just gave birth to their son, Keyshawn, and you can see him right there, their beautiful family. And shortly thereafter, she learned that she had a serious form of cancer, So
Wow.
she had complications with the pregnancy, and she had a really challenging uh, uh, after the delivery. She discovered she had cancer, and so she reached out for prayer. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who joined in on Facebook Live and will continue this day with us in holding the high watch for our beloved Shonda as she moves through this healing process. We are seeing for her, that she is cancer free. And so I want you to use the hashtag right now. Just type in the hashtag and follow this hashtag, Victory for Shonda. Hashtag Victory for Shonda. Hashtag Victory for Shonda. Hashtag Cancel Cancer. Cancel Cancer. And let's just see her being healed completely. Yes. In every way, healed completely, and being able to start into motherhood with her husband, with this beautiful son that they've just welcomed into the world. He's only 2 months, and she's now facing this. And so we're seeing the presence working through our affirmative prayer and knowing the truth for Shonda. And so Victory for Shonda, hashtag Victory for Shonda. Just put that in the chat room right now.
Victory for Shonda.
Victory for Shonda. We're claiming victory for her. She's moving already into treatments, and so let's know the truth for her. And I want to thank all of you who've already started in with us on this.
Bless you, Shonda.
Indeed, we're holding the truth with you and knowing it for you, okay? And speaking of that, I want to give thanks for Tracy. Tell us what happened with Tracy,
Yes.
who we prayed for last week.
Yes, we prayed for her last week. She texted us and kept us informed on her progress with regard to her contact with the coronavirus. And she during this moment, she texted us and said that she has overcome it.
So the doctors told her before last week when we were here, we had learned that she was exposed to it. She now has cleared. She is cleared of COVID-19. So we give thanks,
Yes,
hearts and thumbs up.
hearts.
Thank you for the power of prayer and action and supporting her. She just texted in to let us know that she's clear. So thank God. I love that you write to me and continue to email me your responses to how you are doing at this time. We want to know. We have our angels calling on you and visiting and all that. But you can also sit down and write an old-fashioned letter if you want to and get it out to us. We are receiving them, and I want to just take a minute to acknowledge some of those. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. It's been pretty exciting. I'll start with this one from Jim. Happy Easter, Unity of Sacramento and Rev Kev. This is Jim and Barbara reaching out to Unity at this time. During this crisis, Barbara and I are doing fine and in good health. We have no evidence or symptoms of the virus. We're at home in Elk Grove and are staying in the house. We only go out for food at Bel Air and for banking. We are in the senior citizen category, over 75, and so we're really trying to stay healthy, and we're doing it. We need to pray that our family stays healthy and safe during this crisis. So far, everyone in the family is okay and is not sick. Again, we're getting ready to come back to Unity, but this situation just put the brakes on it. We will see you on the other side of this battle. Happy Easter to you and your wife and family. I keep up with your Facebook postings. Jim and Barbara. Thank you, Jim and Barbara. We love you.
Thank you,
and
Barbara.
we are keeping you and your family in prayer. Let's see. I got this card that came in the mail.
What a beautiful
This
card.
is from Hattie. It's a birthday card. Thank you for all you do. Happy birthday, Rev Kev. Thank you, Hattie. I love it. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. This came in the mail. This is from Victoria. It says, Dear Rev Kev, and all at Unity of Sacramento that make this church so special. My daughter and I just picked up our face masks, and first time we were able to get out to get them. We appreciate you all so much. You are so thoughtful and giving. Here's a token of our appreciation. Thank you, Vicky and Charlotte.
So she came through the drive-through for Easter, is that right?
I think she got a delivery.
Oh,
she got a delivery. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much. We're so glad you could get it, and I hope that you're using the N95 mask. It's our intention to make certain that you do. This is from Maria Fabionar, and she is saying, I'm in closing, happy Easter, in closing my tithe for the month of April. God bless you. God bless you, Maria. We
Hi,
love
Maria.
you. Thank you so much for getting this into
Maria's
us.
in the prayer class.
Maria's in the prayer class. Go ahead, Maria, be in the prayer. I know you're on your way, doing a great work there. This is a card that came in from Vernon Freeman and Shirley. It says, faith is the friend that comes along when things just seem to all go wrong. Thanks so much. Hello, Rev Kev, Rev E. What a surprise when I found out that you had visited our home to deliver a much-needed mask. Thanks so much. It brought back memories of our 5 years living in Tokyo area. Many wonderful memories of our souls when we met there. Thanks so much for taking the time from the wonderful day to put feet to deliver the blessings. My youngest had lung surgery, a lung surgery experience. We were blessed to surround him with healing. We think your visit to us augmented them. Love and blessings, Vernon and Shirley. Hi, Vernon and Shirley. We love you. We bless you. And we appreciate you. And it was a joy doing a Rev Kev and Rev E drop by to your home. Yeah?
It was amazing. We just sprouted wings and we knew what to do.
We got over there, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Got them their masks. And so, oh my goodness gracious. Let's see if we can read this one. This is from Jim. Pray for my daughter, Lori. Okay. Please pray for my family to keep them safe from COVID-19. We're staying at home and being careful. Watch over and keep us safe. Thank you. We will speak the word for you and your family in just a moment. Trust and know that. Okay, I just read that. Here's one. Going quickly now. Hello, Reverend Ross. Hope this note finds you and your family doing well. Enclosed, you'll find my month's regular church donation. I have been watching your live stream Sunday services and find them very replenishing. You also help bring my stress level down each week. So glad that we have you as our pastor. Blessings, Linda. Thank you, Linda, so much.
Thank you, Linda,
for your letter. I appreciate it that I can bring your stress down. Rev E doesn't think I bring his stress. Why can't I help bring your stress down?
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. Oh my goodness. And we want to say this is an anonymous thing that came in. Please, God, protect me and my family from this crazy virus and watch over us. Without you, there is no us. We appreciate all that you do. We love you, God. Amen. And someone stapled money to their prayer request, and we're going to pray and know the truth. Here's another one. Please keep my niece Katie safe as she works as an ICU nurse. May she and her family remain healthy during her valuable service. We will do that. Consider that done. We're seeing all of our essential workers and first responders safe and wrapped up in the presence of God. And then very quickly, we want to just acknowledge some gifts that came in. Thank you, Vernon. We appreciate your tithe. Thank you, Linda. We appreciate your tithe and offering. Thank you, William. We appreciate your tithe and love offering. And Esther, William and Esther, we appreciate this. Thank you, Gladys Washington. We appreciate your gift, tithe and love offering. And thank you for all of those. Yes.
Yes, and Rev, let's just take a moment to thank all of those that are using our PushPay portal to contribute as well.
Absolutely. If you have been an auto tither, if you have been giving through the app and we have not received things through the mail, we see you too, and we love you and we bless you and we appreciate your support. Your support is critical to us keeping the doors open, the lights on, and this ministry strong, and this message going far beyond these walls. And so we love you as well. Thank you for pointing that out. It's so important. Everybody counts. Every bit counts. More than you will ever know. We appreciate you. And so we want to take a moment now to ask each one of you, if you would, to just join with us in doing your part to be a force for good, a digital force for good in supporting this ministry with your tithes, your love offerings, your supporting gifts. However you are now prepared to give, more than ever, we are counting on you. So if you would just join me in affirming our offering blessing. Yeah, if you got your cell phone and you give through the app, just bring it over your heart. However it is you do that, take a moment and do that, okay? And let's affirm together. God is the instant, constant, ever-flowing, overflowing, abundant source of my unfailing supply. I give generously and joyously, and I receive freely and gratefully, and so it is. Amen and amen. I want you to type in the chat room, I am a force for good. Come on, I am a force for good. Hearts, I am a force for good. Flood it up because your giving is a force for good. Type it in, I am a force for good. I am a force. We see you. Bring those hearts up. I am a force for good. That your giving is powering a conversation of unconditional love and inclusion and healing at this time on the planet. And so we give thanks for your generosity, your consistent support, your love and blessing, your words of encouragement that continue to keep us lifted and keeping us going. You know, it means so much that we hear from you because it's keeping us going. We've got families and things that we're responsible for as well. And so we appreciate your giving. We appreciate your words of encouragement and support. How can they give? What are some of the ways that they can give to Unity of Sacramento, those that are giving now?
Well, certainly keep those letters coming. They do inspire us. But also, you can go to www.unityofsacramento.com and look for the donate button on the top of the page. You can't miss it. That's one of the ways you can do it. You can also go through the app. It's a safe and easy and secure way to give. Just look for the giving heart at the bottom of your app program, and just push that and then follow the wizard. Follow the prompts, and it will be a very easy process for you. I love it.
And so you can give through the embedded link through Facebook Live. It's right there. You can just click and make your contribution there. Or again, you can write to me at Reverend Kevin Ross, Unity of Sacramento, 9249 Folsom Boulevard, Sacramento, California, 95826. Reverend Kevin Ross, Unity of Sacramento, 9249 Folsom Boulevard, Sacramento, California, 95826. I look forward to reading and receiving your letters, and I thank you for your gift and your givingness of the soul. It means a lot to us. We really, we need your love and support as much as you need ours. Thank you so much. Let's take a moment now to just open up the field for all of those who have reached out for prayer. So many this week have called in for prayer. And so we know that we established a powerful field, a powerful vibration that moves from this holy place where we are. And I know you can feel it right now as it opens wider and wider to draw in those in the neighborhood of your concern. We bring it open for folks like Shonda who calls out for prayer this week, and those that call out like for Katie. We open the field for them. And as you are watching, just type in the name of your beloved in the chat room, in your neighborhood of concern, those with whom you want the word spoken for, so that we can feel and sense their presence in this healing field, in this transformational field that is now being opened up by your love and by our high intentionality. We give thanks for all those who have sent forth the word for healing, and we see them now, loving presence, completely and totally saturated by this powerful word that is going forth, this word that identifies them individually by name and raises them up to the high vibration, high frequency of pure, unadulterated love. And in that love, nothing that is unlike its presence can abide. And so we see being rejected and sent to the nothingness from which it has come sickness and poverty and shame and lack and fear and anything that would misidentify our beloveds as children of the Most High God. We call forth for them peace of mind, right relationship, health and wholeness, vitality, and the very quickening of your Holy Spirit to act on their behalf in a most particular way. We see anything that would be a challenge to their home or their hearts being canceled out. And the light and the love and the allness of your Spirit dominates their experience, dominates their mind, body, soul consciousness. It's a God takeover right where you are. We see it, we call it good, we let it be, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, God, that it is already done. I know that you hear me because you hear me always as we pray in the name and through the power of the living, loving Christ. I place these, your children, lovingly in your care and keeping until we meet again. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Amin. Ashe.
Ashe.
Hotep. Namaste.
Namaste.
We'll be right back. And welcome to Rev Kev's Help Desk, where you have questions and Spirit has answers. I'm so grateful that I get to be joined today by my guest, Janelle. Welcome, Janelle.
Thank you.
You have a question for me?
I do.
Yes.
Since COVID has started, I have found myself having more difficulties getting my mind to quiet down during meditation. And so I have two questions. The first one being, how do I practically show myself that self-compassion for not being able to hit that sweet spot in a crisis? And how do I just get my mind to calm down?
So, first of all, this is a very important question, and I know so many of you feel the exact same way. How do I get to settle my mind during meditation? How do I come back to this place of my center? So I want to work with you on a technique, okay? And all of us can benefit by this technique, okay? First of all, the aim in meditation is not to get your mind to calm down and not to stop thoughts from being present. Your mind, your consciousness is a center, is a fertile ground for thoughts and ideas. And so it's constantly populating thoughts and ideas. And so it should be a fertile place where they can live, okay, and thrive and flourish. In the center of that, you want to be the person who has the ability to play with those thoughts, play with those currents of activities, ideas, and busyness that goes in the mind. So I want to give you an example of a way in which you can work through that busyness of the mind that happens, that we all get to, and we think we're using meditation to settle the mind. We don't want to settle the mind. We want to embrace the mind with our higher self. So here's a technique. First of all, look at your thoughts as though your thoughts were a stream of traffic. Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you envision traffic?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do right now is, as you look at this stream of traffic, is it busy?
Yes.
Is it typically busy?
Right now, yes.
Okay, busy traffic. Okay, and it's just flooded with thoughts of all kinds. Okay, I want you to now see only in the traffic yellow cars. Okay?
Wow.
You see yellow cars?
Yes.
Busy in the traffic. Everybody see your yellow cars. Okay, you see the yellow cars in the traffic. Is the traffic still moving?
Yes.
Okay, so you got yellow cars moving in the traffic. Yes? And now I want you to see yellow and green cars. Can you see yellow and green cars moving in your traffic? Okay, got it. And you are observing this movement of thought traffic. You've now colored the traffic. You're not resisting it. You're playing with the traffic that is in your consciousness. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. It's a busy highway, and it's just busying by. Now I want you to see, ready? I want you to see all of the traffic come to a stop. Just have the traffic stop. Can you see that? All right.
Yes.
You saw it stop? See the traffic stop? You see your red and green cars, everybody stop? Now I want you to go and sit in the middle of the freeway where the traffic was busy, and I want you to sit still there. Got it?
Yes.
Can you see yourself just sitting in the middle of a silent street?
Yes.
Traffic is sitting there. Nobody's honking. It's just kind of there. You can feel the warmth of the cars, if you will, right?
Okay.
But you're sitting there. I want you to sit there. Just see yourself. Close your eyes for a minute and see yourself sitting there until you have recovered your breath. Just find your breath in the midst of that. Take a deep breath. Go ahead and find your breath in the midst of that traffic. Find your breath. And notice you're sitting in the midst of the traffic. Traffic hasn't gone anywhere. It's just paused. Have you found your breath?
Yes.
Find it again. Do it one more time. Find another breath in the midst of the traffic. Envision yourself in that lotus position, just sitting still in the midst of the traffic. The traffic is at bay. Have you found your breath?
Yes.
Now, with eyes closed, I want you to start the traffic back up, moving. But notice how the traffic swirls round and about you and does not disturb you. It's just busying itself around you, but it does not disturb you. Now tell the traffic to stop. Are you noticing that it's becoming still again?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the red and green, the green and yellow cars?
Yes.
Yeah, you see the green and yellow cars? All right, now imagine that you wanted another breath. Find your breath again. Be present to your experience again. All right, and now come forward and look at me and just come back in the room. What did you notice in this process?
I had more control. Placing the colors and having that visual for my thoughts instead of letting my thoughts be thoughts helped me come into the power that I have to control those thoughts as opposed to the traffic running over me.
Correct. Remember, thoughts are things. You are the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. Thoughts are things. You are the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. And so since a thought is a thing, you can give a thought texture, color, form, shape, and because thoughts generate from within you, you have the power and the capacity, not so much to control them, but to guide them. To guide them in such a way so that you can coexist peacefully with them. The object of meditation is to be able to find the breath and be present to your experience, fully present. It's not to condemn the fact that you have busyness in the mind. The opposite might be problematic if you had no ideas, if you had no good thoughts populate, okay? But can I find my breath? And can I take that breath and bring me to center? So we're never judging ourselves because we didn't get it right. No. It's how can I play with them? How can they play with me? And so you're a powerful creator at all times. And so just use the power of mind in order to create a harmonious context in which to coexist with the thoughts, with the ideas, with the busyness. And the object, again, is to find your breath in the midst of the traffic. You've been given power, dominion, and authority over the birds of the air, the fish of the sea, the fowl of the land, and everything that creepeth upon the face of the earth. And this dominion is applied to the thoughts, the ideas. Not control, but guidance. Anything you love responds favorably to love. Your thoughts are things. They're the creeping things that just need your guidance, yeah?
Yes.
And you had one more quick question? What was the other question?
You answered
I
it.
answered the
How
question?
do I show myself compassion in not being able to hit that sweet
Yeah.
spot? Like I've had that
Yeah.
meditation bliss.
Yeah.
And so I'm not able to get there. And so I do think that I am judging myself a little bit for not being able to get back there during
Yeah,
this
let
time.
that go. Let that go. I mean, if the object is to get your breath and to then let that breath take you to a place of center and then be fully present, right?
Yes.
It's like I got an ice cream cone. I licked the ice cream cone, but I didn't taste the sweet. Now I'm mad that I didn't get the sweet of the ice cream. Gosh, no, I'm gonna lick it again. Right?
Yes.
You go back to it with joy and anticipation and with play.
Yes.
And then you'll find yourself in peace with that. Cool?
Yes. Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you so much for visiting Rev Kev's Help Desk. We look forward to having you be a part of one of our help desks. And you can do that through Zoom. Write to me at kross@unityofsacramento.com, kross@unityofsacramento.com if you have a question for me for Rev Kev's Help Desk. And maybe we will be hosting you on Rev Kev's Help Desk via Zoom. Until then, go forth and love yourselves. Peace and blessings. Hi, Kayvon.
I just don't know when it's gonna ever happen. It's been forever, like weeks.
What is it?
I miss my friends.
Oh, you miss your friends.
Rev Kev, what are we gonna do about it?
Friends are very important, yeah?
I haven't seen Slotty in forever. It's been a million years, Rev Kev.
It hasn't been a million years, Kayvon. You're exaggerating a little bit, but I do know what it's like to miss your friends. Did you know that you don't have to wait forever to see them?
You know a way?
Yeah, you can actually see them really soon.
Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me.
As soon as
me.
today,
I
for
wanna
real.
know.
For real, for real. You can see your friends today.
Really?
Your kids at home might want to reconnect with their friends by having a virtual play date.
And I want to see Slotty.
Kayvon, you want to go on a virtual play date with your best friend in the whole round world, Slothy? Yeah?
And I can talk to him today? Today?
Yeah, Kayvon, you can see your best friend today through a virtual play date. And we can do it through the computer. We can use the computer. You can use your computer, your laptop, your video smart device. It's way cool, parents. But kids, you have to ask your parents first. So make sure you ask your parents first if you can have a virtual play date with your bestie, and then let them set it up so that you can be safe, okay? Kayvon is having a great time talking to Slothy right now.
Hey, how does this thing work? I can't, I don't know how it works. Hey,
Bobby, Gogi Bob.
hey, can you see me? Are you in the, hey, Sunny! How are you? I'm so glad to see you, buddy. Is this a,
Bobby, go, Bobby, go, go.
you're inside of the computer? Is that cool on a play date? Are you loving that? How you doing, buddy?
Bobby, Bob, Bob.
Yeah, I miss being out of school too.
Bobby, go, Bob.
Are you having fun though?
No, Bobby, Bob, go, Bob.
Yeah, I've been having fun too. What did you have for breakfast?
Bobby, Bob, doggy ball.
Oh, you're always eating fruits and ants and bugs and stuff. I just can't get with that. You want to know what I had for breakfast today? Guess what I had for breakfast, Lottie?
Buggy Bob.
I had lunch for breakfast. I had lunch for breakfast because I got up at 1 p.m. today. Can you believe that?
Go, Buggy Bob. Buggy. Oh, boy.
I had lunch for breakfast. I think that's hilarious. Oh my God. Okay.
Buggy Bob, doggy Bob.
I know, right? I know. It's the craziest thing because sometimes I can't remember what day it is. Did you do your homework yet? You didn't do it. I know you didn't do it, Slappy.
Buggy Bob. Bobs.
Homework, buddy.
Bobby Gum Dubs.
Almost done with my homework packet so far. It's been pretty cool. I get to, I take my time. I'm learning on the computer with the teacher too. This is so fun though. Yeah.
Oh, Monkey Bobs.
Yeah. I like your room, Slothy.
Gum Dubs.
You did it yourself? You're so talented. I tell my mommy helped me with mine. Look at all the stars and everything in my room. Is that cool or what?
Ooh.
Like my room. Yeah, I can't wait for you to get to come over here. When do you think we're gonna get a chance to see each other again, Slothy?
Bobby Dub?
Maybe the summertime?
Bobby Gum Dubs Dub.
Yeah, I bet you I can beat you in a swimming race.
Oh, Bobby Dub.
Are you a fast swimmer, Slothy?
The butt.
You're the best. You're the bomb.
You
You know what we can do? When you come over, we can make a TikTok video. How about that?
Bobby Gum Dubs.
And you can do the same thing too. You can talk to your bestie and have the best time ever on a virtual play date.
Slothy! Oh my God! It's so good to see
But
you.
you have to keep your voice down. I know you're excited to see Slothy and everything, but other people are here too.
I'm sorry, Rev Kev. I didn't mean to be so loud. I'm just excited. I didn't mean to be so loud because I was so excited to see my bestie in the whole world. It's just exciting. Okay, I'll calm down. I'll calm down. It's been so great seeing you. I miss you, buddy. I love you. You're still my guy, okay? You're my guy, right? Right?
Oh, Bobby Dub.
You're my guy. Okay, so I'm going to have to go now, Slothy. I'll see you later, okay?
Bob.
Bye-bye. It's been so good seeing you. You're the best, okay? Now how do I get off this thing? I'm not sure how to get out. I don't know what to do to stop it.
Make sure that you give your children an opportunity to connect with their friends while they're out of school through a virtual play date. And kids, be on your best behavior like Kayvon is so that you'll have the chance to see your bestie over the computer and have a great time until you can all see each other again in person. Yeah? Awesome. Kayvon is so excited about these virtual play dates. He wants to make some new friends. And so maybe you will have an opportunity to have a virtual play date with Kayvon. If you would like a virtual play date with Kayvon, write to us at kayvon@unityofsacramento.com. kayvon@unityofsacramento.com, and we may be able to arrange a virtual play date with you and Kayvon. Okay? Take care. Until next time, be good. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We trust that this Unity of Sacramento Live experience was a blessing to you and to your family, and we look forward to welcoming you back again. Please, if you or a loved one is moving through a challenge and want some one-on-one spiritual counseling, we're here for that. Please write to us at kross@unityofsacramento.com, kross@unityofsacramento.com to set up a virtual spiritual counseling session, and I'll be happy to support you with walking through this period in your life. Until next week, go forth and design a life of purpose, passion, peace, and prosperity, and be a force for good in the world. We'll see you next week.
Come on, let's go.
Let's sing out. Come on.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong
We all belong
to the family of God.
family of God.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong
We all belong
to God's infinite love.
infinite love.
And together,
And together we'll walk
hand in hand,
hand in hand,
Side by side.
side.
we will take a stand.
Take a stand.
We will stand up for love
stand up for love
all over the world.
all over the world.
For we all
We
belong.
all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong to the family of God. We belong.
And so we leave this service, but never the presence, affirming the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Amen. And together, we'll walk hand in hand, side by side. We will take a stand. We will stand up for love all over the world. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong to the family of God. We belong. Go forth and take your mind back. Amen. I want to do a quick reflection. Ann Hively sent this in, and it kind of summarizes the feel of what it's like coming in after resurrection in this COVID experience. It's kind of fun, but I think it pulls it all together. You want to hear this? This is from
Let's
Ann.
hear it.
Ann says, "'Twas late in 2019 when the virus began, bringing chaos and fear to all people, each land. People were sick, hospitals full, doctors overwhelmed, no one in school. As winter gave way to the promise of spring, the virus raged on, touching peasant and king. People hid in their homes from the enemy unseen. They YouTubed and Zoomed, social distanced and cleaned. April approached and churches were closed. There won't be an Easter, the world supposed. There won't be church services and egg hunts are out. No reason for new dresses we can't go about. Holy Week started as bleak as the rest. The world was focused on masks and on tests. Easter can't happen this year, it proclaimed. Online and at home, it just won't be the same. Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, the days came and went. The virus pressed on. It just would not relent. The world woke Sunday and nothing had changed. The virus still menaced the people estranged. Pooh-pooh to the saints, the world was grumbling. They're finding out now that no Easter is coming. They're just waking up. We know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two, and then all the saints will all cry, boo-hoo. That noise, said the world, will be something to hear. So it paused, and the world put a hand to its ear. And it did hear a sound coming through all the skies. It started down low, then it started to rise. But the sound wasn't depressed. Why, this sound was triumphant. It couldn't be so, but it grew with abundance. The world started around, popping its eyes, then it shook. What it saw was a shocking surprise. Every saint in every nation, the tall and the small, was celebrating Jesus in spite of it all. It hadn't stopped Easter from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the world, with its life quite stuck in quarantine, stood puzzling and puzzling. Just how could it be? It came without bonnets, it came without bunnies, it came without egg hunts, cantatas, or money. The world thought of something it hadn't before. Maybe Easter, it thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Easter perhaps means a little bit more. And what then? Well, the story's not done. What will you do? Will you share that one or two or more people needing hope in this night? Will you share the source of your life in this fight? The churches are empty, but so is the tomb. And Jesus is victor over death, doom, and gloom. So this year at Easter, let this be our prayer as the virus still rages all around everywhere. May the world see hope when it looks at God's people. May the world see the church is not a building or steeple. May the world find faith in Jesus' death and resurrection. May the world find joy in a time of dejection. May 2020 be known as the year of survival. But not only that, let it start a revival.
Wow. That's fantastic.
And thank you for sending that in. What a powerful way to kind of summarize what many of us were, experiencing and walking through.
And I love that Dr. Seuss vibe
Yes,
that it carries.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah. You should put pictures of this. This will be amazing for a little children and adults book, yes?
Yes.
As Dr. Seuss's books tend to be.